Out by the barn where the stories grow, under the sun where the warm winds blow. A sanctuary where the hearts unite. Come join the love in the golden light. Love lives here where the open skies sing. Every soul finds a place to cling. Join us today, feel the warmth inside, in the Barnside Shed where the love won't hide. Whispers of care in the gentle breeze, laughter that dances among the trees. Every life matters, every heart's a flame. Together we gather, no one's the same. Love lives here where the open skies sing. Every soul finds a place to cling. Join us today, feel the warmth inside, in the Barnside Shed where the love won't hide. Love lives here where the open skies sing. Every soul finds a place to cling. Join us today, feel the warmth inside, in the Barnside. Love lives here where the open skies sing. Every soul finds a place to cling. Join us today, feel the warmth inside, in the Barnside Shed where the love won't hide.
Hello and welcome to Heath's Barnside Shed.
Hello, everyone.
Donuts here with us for a very special reason. We are live here in the main barn of Happily Ever Esther from Sanctuary. Let us know where you are tuning in from. And we see Sylvia from Montreal. Thanks for tuning in. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Gilbert is tuning in from his favorite log.
Elmer's doing Elmer things.
Yeah. He's trying to get out. We will introduce ourselves.
I'm Chris. I'm an animal caregiver.
I'm Andrea, the animal care manager, and we have a ton of updates for you here on Barnside Chat. If you have any questions during the program, let us know in the comments, and we will be answering them in next week's Magic Rainbow Bag segment. Let's look over the agenda for today because it is Summer Sparkle!
Yay.
Amazing!
So
It is officially Summer Sparkle, and we're going to give you all the Summer Sparkle updates. It's also Pride Month. Happy Pride, everyone.
Happy Pride, everyone.
Very exciting. All right, on today's agenda, we have our Summer Sparkle updates. We have a Match Monday today, so we're going to give you some details about that. Weather report, Magic Rainbow Bag, and a few other extra goodies. So for Summer Sparkle, it is all donut themed. Very exciting. We're looking to raise $100,000 for the daily operations here at the sanctuary. Because it's Match Monday today, if we make our match, we're going to make it to the soy field crossing. It's a tongue twister. And you can see along the ways there are different landmarks like the Hayfield Hideaway, the Pond's Edge, the Oak and Acorn Tree. And once we get $100,000, we get to the donate tree, which involves a very special event for everyone who has donated. Our goal keeps the sanctuary cool, safe, and in tip-top shape all summer and beyond. It's all about keeping barns maintained, residents protected, engines running, and the care interrupted. So with your help, we'll be able to do all of those things. It wouldn't be Heath without a dash of magic. Expect a journey full of surprises as the residents make their way to the legendary donut tree. Every donation powers something real, from sunscreen to fencing repair, shade structures to emergency vet care. Your gift helps us survive summer with compassion and care intact. So we're going to get into detail about a few different Summer Sparkle things. You can head over to happilyeveresther.com The link will also be in the comments that you click on. You can donate any amount, but you can also join the Anti-Itch Witch Club, another tongue twister. You can become a beach bum, Crafton's crew. Oh my gosh, it went by so fast. We're going to explain a few of those. There's so many different options, different levels, and you get a certificate with each one of those. So we're talking about that a little bit. And it's also a Match Monday, which is very exciting. Those twin piggy donuts. I don't know. It said it was connected to Facebook, and now it says we're not. So I'm not sure what's happening. Sorry, everyone. Doesn't look like we're on Facebook for some reason. Hopes lots of folks are tuning in from YouTube. Seems to be a connection issue, even though our device is saying we're connected to Facebook. I don't know if we should leave and come back. Let's keep going. We can share this on Facebook after. That's weird. We've never had this happen before. Sorry, everyone. It is Match Monday. All donations up to $5,000 will be matched today only. By the end of the day, this concludes one-time donations, new monthly donors, and any donation to essentials along the path. We're going to explain a few of the essentials along the path. What does your match gift make possible? Shade from the blazing sun. These are all summer-related things. Cool, clean water and splashy bogs. Day lake cleanups for fresh, dry stalls, and reliable equipment so the care never stops. There's so many things that happen here on a daily basis that we want to be able to maintain through the busiest summer months because they're super busy. So much to do. And we're getting prepared for our first heat wave.
Yes, I mean, it's pretty warm today, but I think tomorrow, Wednesday, will be extremely hot. So those bogs are going to be very important. Yeah. We might have to put one of those donuts around Helen so she can float in the bog because she's pretty small. Don't want her sinking, but yeah, there's a lot going on, and this will be our first real heat wave, our first test of how well our fans and how well the barn keeps things cool. So it's going to be a big test for us.
Yeah, it's quite cool in the stall barn right now. We still have our sweaters on without being too uncomfortable, but the temperatures are going to be climbing over the next few days, and we are becoming prepared for that. And in the middle of the summer, heat can be very dangerous. We want to make sure everything's running smoothly. All of the fans are running, the residents are staying comfortable. We're able to fill those bogs. We're able to maintain all of those things. And it's a ton of work. It is the busiest time of the year. I'm going to talk about a few of the little options you can see on our website. You can become part of the Sparkle Squad. Welcome to the Sparkle Squad, where clean stalls and fresh bedding are more than just chores. They're acts of love. So you can see this on our website, happilyeveresther.ca, and you get a little certificate if you become a part of the Sparkle Squad, which goes toward our Summer Sparkle campaign. Any donation made on the website goes towards Summer Sparkle until July 1st, when we wrap up our campaign and have a donut party for anyone who has donated, as long as we make our goal of $100,000. You can also become a beach bum. Sun's out, snout's out. When summer turns up the heat, some of our residents needed a little extra help staying safe in the sun. So there's so many things that we do, including literally applying sunscreen.
Yeah, I was doing that on Friday. Hercules and Mercy got some sunscreen because they decided to lay out in the sun. It was a beautiful day, but they're prone, because they have that white on them, they're prone to the sunburns and stuff. So we made sure to lather them up and got their bellies. Aww. So it was very cute.
Yeah, UV is getting high. Sammy's like full body sunscreen. Making sure the bogs are filled is another part of it, because them covering themselves in mud helps protect from the sun. Putting up sunshades, there's all kinds of aspects about sun protection for the residents, including shelter and also just applying straight up sunscreen. You can get a certificate for being a beach bum, which is super cute. So this is something you can give to also someone else as a gift. Again, it's on the website, happilyeveresther.ca, and any donation, and all donations are tax deductible in both Canada. And you asked, thanks Sylvia for tuning in, because I'm not seeing any Facebook comments. I'm just seeing Sylvia, so thanks for keeping the program alive. I don't know what happened. This said we were connected to Facebook, and apparently we're not, and I don't understand why, but I don't want to stop the program.
Yeah, maybe we can just post on the Facebook, just post the YouTube link, and maybe people will join. If not,
maybe it'll remind people to come over to Facebook or to YouTube for these events too, because we want to make sure we can always reach you. And in this case, we can't on Facebook for some reason. Who knows why? Technology. We're going to give a few resident updates. The only one I have on, but Chris might think of more, I have Ray.
Of course. We got to talk about Ray.
He has had quite the journey in the last few weeks with his dental issue. Where is he at now?
He's still on stall rest. He's getting twice daily flushings of the holes in his mouth.
I don't know what else to call them.
Yeah, I was
I keep writing like teeth in the nose, but there's no teeth there.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something better than holes, but no, he just has holes in his gums that get packed with food when he's eating, so we make sure we're cleaning those out after. Healing's going well, though. There's been no major concerns. He's still very tolerant to us.
Look at him.
Yeah, he's a very good boy. So when we get in there to clean it out, he's very tolerant of it. He accept it with just a belly rub. So I think he's getting anxious to be out, though. Mm-hmm. He's getting a little restless. He's very talkative.
Yeah.
Tentatively, Friday is kind of the day when we can possibly get him out, but that'll be dependent on if he's still getting things stuck in his mouth. And if we have the staff to reintegrate him.
Yeah, and if it's not too hot.
It's not too hot.
Temperatures seem to be going down. We actually had frost last night, so it's so interesting. Like when I came out this morning, there was patches on the ground that were actually frozen, which I didn't expect. So yeah, the heat's a big thing. And also, is he ready? Are those holes filled in enough? We had him out yesterday, if you saw in our Instagram stories, and he ate some grass. And I feel like all the grass he ate just went directly into that one hole on the bottom. Yeah.
Did you post that picture where you just see the grass sticking out?
I think that was one of them. I didn't zoom in on it, but if you zoom in, it's just like all packed in there. He was tolerant with us taking it out, and that didn't cause any issues, but that did happen. So we need to be careful when we do put him out. What feed is he getting? Because they get a mix of dry and wet food, so maybe we have to do all wet for all the meals to begin with, because that is less likely to get packed in there. Like the dry food, I can imagine gets in there. It'd be really hard to flush out.
And that's something that we do during heat waves anyways, is we'll add water to the feed just to make sure they're getting more hydration. So for Ray, that would just be 2-for-1 special there.
That is true. All right, we have a few more folks tuning in. Thanks for finding us here on YouTube. I don't know what happened. It said we were connected to Facebook and it lied to us. I don't know what happened with the technology, but we have now Gail, Sylvia, and Deb. Thanks for tuning in on YouTube. That is a great backup plan if you can't find us on Facebook, where you can find us most of the time, but it's good to check the different channels. When we do lives, we go on Facebook and YouTube, and thankfully we're connected to one, or else we're just standing here talking to ourselves. Again, it is now time for Summer Sparkle. I can't believe this is happening again. It feels like we just had this last year.
That's crazy.
June 1st to June 30th, we are looking to raise $100,000 to make it all the way to the journey of the donut tree. And you will be joining us for a very special donut themed event if you are a donor and we make it to that amount. And there's a few milestones along the way, and we'll keep you posted. There's lots of fun goodies on the website. Sign up for our newsletter. There's like a big machine driving by. Very exciting. Hi, Deb. We got a few folks. It's like this little, this is like a little private event now.
It is, yeah. It's very exclusive.
Very exclusive. Oh, I like it. All right. We've already pretty much done our weather report, but we're gonna do it for the sake of doing it because we gotta still do the weather reports. Got some hot emojis on there.
Yes, very hot and rainy.
Yes,
it's hot and rainy.
Yeah. You can see Tuesday and then into Wednesday, like up to 29 is.
That's very hot.
Yeah.
Our residents will probably be spending a lot more time indoors that day, just looking for the shade and looking for a bit of coolness. Yes, we do have a backup band today. Yes, it is very loud. I'm sure you hear a lot of things
noises,
going on,
which is very exciting.
We're surrounded by residents who
we didn't put our mics on, so I think you might be hearing a little bit more of the atmosphere again for our exclusive YouTube event.
Yeah, which is why I'm always laughing when I'm talking, because I can always hear the residents doing things. So maybe that doesn't always come through on the video, but there's always a lot going on around us that keeps our attention.
Yeah. And it looks like on Wednesday the heat might be broke by a thunderstorm. I think there was a thunderstorm in there because it looks like a ton of rain happens after all the heat, which is kind of typical for this time of year. But I think those 2 days are above average, and then it kind of goes back to the normal.
And then we're just regular summer.
Yeah.
Regular mid-20s.
Yeah. 29 is pretty extreme because often it'll say 29, but it'll feel hotter with humidity and all that, especially if you're out in the sun, makes a huge difference. So we're going to be spending a lot of time on those days doing a lot of rounds, making sure everyone's comfortable. There's Catherine. Special guest.
Perfect.
Especially with the pigs on stall rest, which is Winifred and Ray right now. We got to make sure that they're staying comfortable because they don't have access to bogs currently. And that's a major way that they cool down. Pigs do not have many sweat glands. Even a fan alone might not be enough because if there's no sweat, the fan's not going to do too much. So even putting mud on them.
Yeah, anything works. So just spray them with a hose.
Yeah.
We'll find ways to make it work.
Yeah. And this area tends to be cooler, like Chris had already mentioned. Gail, didn't realize the YouTube chat was live at the same time as Facebook chat. Yay! We're learning a lot today.
I think it shows up. It won't show up on Facebook.
Yeah.
YouTube, but we'll see both comments.
Yes.
We see all the comments from both, but you guys will only see them on this single.
That's true. Yeah. People were
site.
saying they weren't seeing the other comments, but there are no other comments because apparently the Facebook link isn't working right now, and it's never happened, but who knows? We're just here with you anyways. We're going to get into the Magic Rainbow Bag. We have 2 questions from last week. She's full of grass.
She's so full of grass. She's got a very big belly. I just saw her.
I don't think you can see from here behind her. Oh, there she goes. Zoe has eaten her morning's worth of grass, and now she's kind of rolling on the ground because her belly's really full.
Yeah, she hasn't quite learned that she's going to be out there all day and she can kind of pace herself.
No, she doesn't pace herself at all. The other ones do for sure.
Yeah, but she tends to get a big belly around midday and then has to kind of sleep it off.
Yeah, that's what she's doing right now. If you were here at the beginning, which maybe you weren't because you didn't know where to find us, but if you did hear and see the new intro, let us know what you thought about it because it's very exciting. I was very excited to hear that. That's why we're not mic'd so we can hear it. So Magic Rainbow Bag. This is from Brooke. Out of curiosity, if Pouty was female, would there have been different dynamics? Or if Elfie or Pepper was female, would dynamics have been different? It's a great question.
Yeah, I mean, possibly. I mean, it's hard to say. Maybe.
Yes.
I mean, it would probably depend a lot more on their personalities. There might be some more mounting trying to occur would probably happen as a form of domination and trying to kind of settle that hierarchy would probably be more prevalent.
Yes.
Oh God, trying to stuck on that word. Yeah, but overall, probably very similar interactions would happen. They'd be trying to figure out where they kind of fit, who's kind of going to be the dominant one. So very similar, slight differences probably.
I think it would make a bigger difference if they weren't spayed or neutered. The mounting would be a bit different. There was a tiny bit of mounting how it was now, but that's also a dominance play. But everyone's been spayed and neutered. And I think if there was an unspayed female or something that might have triggered them a bit more. One of the first things, and I don't think I've said this on any other program, but one of the first things Alfie did was check if Pouty was a female. He checked the back end. I don't want to call him out in the program. That's a little bit rude, but this is private business. But he did check.
It's what they do.
Yeah,
they have to figure it out, right?
Yeah, he was doing kind of an all-over check, and he was like all the face, and he's like, okay, let me just double check what's going on here. All right, seeing some of the comments. Watch it later on the recording. Thank you. Yeah, the new song is at the beginning. We were debuting it today for YouTube only, apparently.
Yeah.
So thank you for tuning in on YouTube. This tells us a lot about how we're able to reach people because we always want to be able to reach you, and folks were able to find us on YouTube, so that's very exciting. So glad they have each other. How's Kramer doing? So I think this was meaning Mary and Brian after Sonny and Brian after Mary had passed.
Right.
And then how's Kramer doing?
He's doing well. You're seeing him on with Norris a lot more, which was kind of what we expected would happen. So he seems to be doing okay. I think probably the first couple days were a little bit harder because they were very bonded.
He seemed a bit lost, unfortunately. Yeah.
But since then, he seems to kind of be doing much better now that he's kind of started pairing with Norris more. So good news on that front.
He's purring. Right. Probably can't hear because I don't have a mic on. Anyhow, those were the two Magic Rainbow Bag questions. With Sadie Girl, she's very busy. She likes to come see us on Barnside sometimes. Again, if you have any questions for the Magic Rainbow Bag, let us know in the comments. We're going to answer them next week. Thanks for all of your questions from last week and commenting on our videos. It gives us a lot of support. We do have some work days coming up all throughout the season, but the next ones are on June 8th, and then we have one on the 21st. You can see those on our website, happilyeverester.ca. Sign up, come help out, join the crew.
Yeah, we've had a lot of really good turnouts so far this year. I think we've done 2 or 3
it's been at least
work days, and we've had groups of over 20 come out.
Yeah.
And it really makes a big difference for us to get some of those bigger projects done. And then you get to see all our residents, which is really, really why you come out here.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to do You Said It segment and then a few photos of the week, so stick around. Hazel. We're just noticing Hazel's also like roly-poly right now, really full of grass. I don't think any of them have regulated their eating because they come in and just kind of lay on the side and you're like, oh, I've eaten too much at the buffet.
Yeah, even though they have 8 or 9, 10 hours of access,
Yeah.
they get really excited every morning because we lock them in at night, so
Yeah.
they have to go.
And they have hay all night, but grass is
Yeah.
like so much more exciting to them.
Way more exciting. It's more exciting for me too.
Yeah, exactly. All right, you said it. These are some of the top comments that we've seen the last week. Is from Jess. Tammy's really fitted back in with April's family. Is super sweet. Really agreed.
Yes, she is slotted in there very nicely. We always joke that she gives off little sister energy because she's a little bit younger and she kind of like barks in everyone's face a lot. Like she just
for no reason
is very just socially awkward that way. So it gives off very like I'm not touching you energy.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is very funny to watch.
Yeah, she kind of like pokes them a bit.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, we're just trying to nap.
Yeah, they're all pretty tolerant of it, but they'll just kind of like look at her like, what is happening right now? And I'm not sure if Tammy knows either.
No, and then she'll like cuddle down with them, and that's it.
Yeah, it's very cute to watch them all. Oh, now Pixie's coming to say hello.
Pixie girl, she looks a bit round as well, but not to the point where she's needing to lay down to ruminate. That's Zoe and Hazel right now, ruminating. Sammy, oh, he looks so small here. Sammy, a story of patience, adaptability, and love. Good lessons for us all. Be persistent, adapt to your current circumstances, and wait until your time comes to blossom. And yes, safe to say that dear Sammy has definitely blossomed. So true. He looks miniature there.
He looks really small.
Looks very young.
Is that like a retro picture?
Must have
Like,
been.
what is happening
Must
there?
have been. Yeah. Back in the day.
Yeah, Sammy came from a pretty rough start. But he fits in very nicely with his new herd.
Doing very, very well. Miss Sadie girl, speaking of her, we had a spotlight on her. So happy for you, Sadie, that you were led to safety and warmth on that cold winter night. Heath is blessed to have you there roaming around in your happy place. Thanks for sharing your survival story with us. Her story is absolutely amazing. She's here with us now.
Yeah, she rescued herself.
Yeah.
Very smart lady.
Yes.
And she's spending days here a lot more recently. For a while, she kind of disappeared during the day. She was still pretty wild and feral. Liked her space. And there's a lot more going on here during the day. But over the past couple of weeks, like you're seeing her, she's here right now. So we're seeing her here all the time.
I'm gonna say hi.
Recently. So which is really nice that she's becoming more and more comfortable with all the staff and the residents and the volunteers who are here. And she's fitting.
And she's very small, but she's actually gained pretty much a whole pound since she's close to a pound. She's lost a bit recently just because she's very active, but Zoe got up. Wow. Go around. All grass. Yeah, she was very thin when she arrived, so she really, really needed help, and she knew where to ask for it. She's very smart. Same with Enrique when he arrived. Similar story. So watermelon is safe for chickens. I have a friend who has chickens. I must tell her this. Have a lovely day. Oh, thank you. Yeah, they do enjoy it. We try not to do too much because it can lead to watery poops. But overall, it's a good thing for hydration.
Yeah, we try and give them some greens or some fruit. Usually on Sundays, we get some out there for them. They just get a little bit and they go nuts for it. So.
Yeah, a little enrichment, something different for them. They really like it. They like most things. I can't think of anything they don't like.
They're not as picky.
Yeah. They're actually less picky than the pigs.
That's true.
I think. Oh, I don't know. Anyways, they like their produce. We do have some donated throughout the week. Well, that's the cutest reverse Oreo ever and the biggest. That's hilarious.
Yeah, probably.
Look at the emojis pouty in the middle.
It's so funny. Probably the biggest. Those are some big boys.
They are very large boys.
Yeah.
Like Pouty's shorter than them, but then he's like wider, so it kind of like makes up for.
Yeah, he's a lot thicker.
I wouldn't be surprised if we could weigh him, which we don't have a scale big enough, but if we could, he might be a similar weight. No, he would be more.
Maybe Alfie and him would be closer, but I mean Pepper's definitely smaller.
Yeah, well, compared to that.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say smaller. Yeah, no, he's still a big boy, but
he can get moving. Like even Pouty with the size, they can really get moving.
Yeah. Well, has everyone seen the videos of the integration at this point?
I think
so. You guys should have all seen how awkwardly and quick they can all move, right? So
yeah, those have been posted a few different places and Barnside and no, we did it. Yeah, we did a big segment on Last Bear Care Corner.
okay, yeah. So everyone should have seen that.
Yeah.
Because you guys watch everything that we put out,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Especially this group right here in the comments. You got Sylvia, Gail, and Deb. Thank you so much for tuning in on YouTube and commenting and let us know that we're actually live somewhere. And we'll probably repost this on Facebook because technology. Last one for you said it. So happy for Pouty that he's making friends with his new meadow mates. That's so cute.
Aww.
Meadow mates. We all prayed Pouty would find peace and love and happiness again. Thank you, Alfalfa and Pepper. So true. That's him and Alfalfa, and they are very close. Thank you for keeping in mind the emotional needs of your charges, and seeing that they are met, even though Pouty must navigate his grief over Sir Denver. There is no need to do that alone. Beautiful. Thank you for all those comments. We are just loving to see their relationships blossom.
Yeah, we're very lucky of how smooth that kind of transition ended up being.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there was a couple of weeks where Pouty was alone, and it was really heartbreaking, and we were just so nervous that it wouldn't work out for whatever reason, and to see them kind of come together rather quickly was just such a blessing for us.
Yeah, it felt like there was a lot on the line with that one. Like we really wanted that to work out, and I think we did it in a way that was really comfortable for everyone. Like having them live side by side for a while, and I think that really helped. And it was pretty clear almost immediately that at least he was excited to see them.
He was very excited.
And then it was kind of the opposite when we did integrate, where it was like Alfalfa was obsessed with him and he was just acting really cool, and Pepper was just off doing his own thing, which is still kind of their dynamic.
Yeah, Pepper kind of just does whatever he wants, which I think you probably noticed in the integration video is Alfie ran right into the field and Pepper just kind of hung back eating grass, doing his thing. Yeah.
Sadie's
they
back.
all work out nicely.
I don't know if she wants to get picked up. She doesn't always want to get picked up, so I don't want to bug her too much. All right, we're going to do a few photos of the week and then wrap up. Again, we are starting our Summer Sparkle campaign. Path to the Donut Tree from June 1st to June 30th. It's already June 2nd, and today is a Match Monday. All donations up to $5,000 will be matched today only. You can go to our website, happilyeverafter.ca, and make any donation or become Sparkle Squad or become a beach bum, and there's so many other options on the website if you head on over there and give a donation or essentials along the path. I'm going to try to say this again. Anti-Itch Wish Club, Glazed and Confused, Shade Sister, Crafton's Crew, that one's funny. All kinds of options there, and a big donut party at the end if we meet our goal for our essentials. Photos of the week. So cute. All the boys. We got Teddy.
Classic Teddy.
Just passed out in the field.
That's what he does.
Yeah. Very relaxed. I like this one. Nicole took this one.
Oh.
Enrique's getting a little bit naughty with the feed.
Yeah. He likes to steal the feed when we're prepping it for all the sheep and the goats.
And usually he doesn't follow us when we deliver it, but in this case he followed Nicole and then was watching Palma eat it. And it's like hay cubes and grain. Like, I don't know what he's just being a goof.
Oh, that's Pepper.
Pepper. Looking very handsome with his brother right behind him. And probably, I was surprised they were together like that.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen them in the barn in a while. I mean, it's been so nice that I just never see them in the barn anymore.
That's true.
They have so much pasture that they're just constantly out and about.
Yeah, and it's really good for Pouty's mobility because he had slowed down so much to keep pace with Denver. He hadn't been, as active, but just they cover so much ground every day.
Yeah.
Being out in the world.
They're a very busy group.
So thank you for tuning in on YouTube. I hope you enjoyed our new intro, which I was very excited about. New Barnside Chat song. Reminder that it is Summer Sparkle and Match Monday, and Fireside Chat starts this Thursday with Kevin. So also look forward to that. There's going to be a ton to look forward to. Here live, our newsletter, all the social media stuff. Hope you have a fantastic day. And we will see you again next time.
Bye. Thank you.